Okay, it is launched. So hi everyone, and hi Radim. We are super happy to have you here today. So we are glad that we introduced this new partner to our BookingSync clients for managing midterm rentals. So Radim is the CEO of the channel Flatio. He will today introduce the channel and also give some insights on how to manage midterm rentals versus short-term rentals, which might be a bit different and unusual from what you are doing. So thanks a lot, Radim, for being here with us today. I let you start with the presentation, and we will have a Q&A session at the end. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them in the chat or at the end. Also, already, I said I'm going to unmute the microphone for us to have a quick chat. So yeah, thanks a lot, Radim, and I let you go ahead.
Thank you, Audrey, for nice introduction, and thank you very much, BookingSync, to having us in your platform. So once again, my name is Radim. I'm CEO and founder of Flatio. Flatio is a midterm rentals marketplace, and midterm rentals, provide you the best possible yield for you if I compare it to short term, because even midterm rentals are cheaper, but midterm rentals save you more than 30% of your expenses, because you save like everyday cleaning, everyday messages with new clients. Why is that interesting from the perspective of the yield? Because midterm tenant stays in average around 3 months. So this is the reason why it's so interesting. In typical tenants are corporate employees who is going to visit some new city and to work there. In this case, it's Paula building a new branch in Krakow. David, nomad, digital nomads are also typical tenants who stays around 6 months. So also Erasmus students, internships who's traveling around the Europe. This is also one of the typical tenants who will visit your apartments in your property. And of course, it's some local tenants who usually stays in your apartment because they are renovating their own apartments. They are buying their own apartments, but the developer has delayed in the construction, so they need to stay somewhere. So these are the typical tenants in midterm rentals, and as I said, 25% are local tenants, and 75% of the tenants will be from abroad. Why is Flatio better solution for tenants perspective? Midterm rentals tenants use because hotels are quite expensive for them because they want to save some money. So this is the main perspective. They are looking for a cheaper alternative. Second, what is their other option? They can use on standard market real estate agents, but real estate agents wants to see you. They have a quite huge provision, and it takes a lot of time to them to provide you all the necessary jobs. So it's quite time consuming. Of course, you can go as a tenant to classified website, but usually landlords don't offer this possibility because they're looking for long-term tenants. So it's very difficult to find a proper way how to find home for a few months. So we basically, as a Flatio, building a place where is affordable offer for a few months. And of course, on Airbnb or other short-term platforms, there is very complicated an obstacle and to find a landlord who can accept your reservation for a few months. And of course, we have those landlords who offer their properties. So we have the tenants who are looking for apartment for a few months, and we have the proper supply for them. So this is why we have a lot of them. Flatio this is the how you can see the how it looks, the presentation. So we offer free tours of the apartments. There is, of course, still actual photo. There is online rents, because we have the system who process all of the payments, not just the one and first, but all of them. In the rent, you should include all the necessary utilities like internet services and so on, so as the tenant could see the final price. This is very important. Uh, as we manage all the payments, we offer to clients, to pay from his local bank, and we transfer to you. So we save a lot of expenses during the transfers. They can pay by Bitcoin, they can pay by card, of course. And if the tenant is from US, we have also accounts in US, and so we can locally pay the rent, and we will send it to you even if you're from Spain or France or Portugal or whenever you are, and we will transfer to you very quickly. And this is a huge advantage, because we stay with you and with tenants for all the time. And of course, as a landlord, you should not collect the deposit, because we offer you for every apartment you have a guarantee, damage coverage guarantee deposit, which is 10,000 euros for every apartment. So you don't have to be worry about anything. We will cover in case that will happen something. From our statistics, we know that only in 1% of the cases will happen something, and the damage is around 400 euros. So it works very well from the perspective of the damages and so on. Tenants, our tenants, which I have presented in previous slides, are very bonite, and they usually have purpose, like they are staying because of the work, because of the studies on the university. So they care about the apartments, and they don't have a reason to behave not well, I would say, in your apartment. We try to verify all of the landlords to provide the tenants, feeling of that they can feel safe, and that is not scam. So we usually verify that you have the right to rent the apartment, and so on. We have standardized process of the signing the contract, because after tenants send you a reservation and you will confirm it, we have the flow that the tenants have 24 hours to sign a contract, which we have standardized, and we can take a look on the principles of the lease agreement later. And then after he signed a contract through the message, because he must confirm that he read it, he confirm it, and then he has to pay a rent, which is usually for 30 days. So this is what will be paid. And the first rent we will transfer to you when the tenant moves in and confirm that everything's all right. So we have unified lease agreement and standardized processes. You can also work in your account with that lease agreement. You can easily terminate with your tenant, or you can, prolong the contract if the tenant writes you a message that he would like to prolong the contract. You can easily click on the button and prolong it, the contract, and we will generate another payments for him, so he could very easily pay another rents. I will show you later in the account how it looks, and that is very easy. So Flatio stays with you until the contract is over. You can review each other, and then you can see if you have a request from the tenants, if he has already some previous evaluation. So and for the landlords, what we offer for landlords, we try to save you a lot of time, because now you don't have 2 days, 3 days reservation. You have 2 months, 1 month long reservation. So we save you a lot of time. And of course, if the tenants don't pay you on the time, because he stays 3 months, so there will be free payment. So we automatically remind him to pay another rent, so you don't have to be worried. We send you also a notification if he paid or not. And we try to care about all of the process, not just give you the tenant, but also taking care during the all of the contract. We unified the lease agreements and these things because the requirements of the tenants are a little bit different than short term, and this is why we try to develop the lease agreement so as we would balance the relation between you and the tenants. So this is how basically Flatio works, and now I can show you how I promised you to show you the basic principles of the contract. So let me share with you these things, how it looks. Let's say that we will do it in Prague. You can see the apartments here, and every tenant can read the principles here, basic principles of lease agreement. There is transparency and simplicity. We generate the contract in different languages. So for instance, you're from France and tenant is from the US. It means that we generate the contract in 2 languages, in French and in English, so as every party can read it in his own language. We try to get all of the prices all of the expenses to the price. There is 30 days termination period, so not 3 months as is usual on long term, but only 30 days. And so on. You can read it on the website very easily. Now I would like to show you how it looks, your account. So it looks like that you have some, let me switch to English for you. So this will be your account where you will see the reservation, where you will see all of your payments, what is overdue, what is due soon, and so on. Of course, the messages, your properties. This is how it looks, the reservation. Here's some reservation you can see. I can click on the detail. Yeah, so here's the review from the previous landlords. He would recommend it. Tenant was fantastic, and this tenant has done credit check so far. And yeah, so this is basically how it looks. This tenant request is for one month nearly. I can take a look on agreement detail. So of this, contract. And as you can see, I can create an amendment to that contract. You can see later when there's a active, tenant. This is already, tenant where contract is over. But you can see here a button to work with it, like prolong and so on. Here you can see the rentals, what was paid on the contract. So you have the overview of the payments. The payment, as you can see, was paid with due, and this is some overdue. So you have the overview of the tenants. In this case, but you can see also all of your payments in your account, and you have all of the detail. You can select it by months. Or the total overview. Every payment has a very concrete detail. When was the paid, if we send it to you or not, how much is the fee, and so on. About tenants. I would like to see how to work with the contract. So this is the current tenant, which is active. And I will go to agreements, and you can see the agreement has ended. And this one is still active. So with these tenants, we have more contracts, and you can go to the detail of the contract easily. And as you can see, here is the button to terminate or prolong. And you can easily just click, that you want to prolong it to end of the August. You will click save, and there you go. In this case, if you click save, tenants get the request to sign this prolong agreement, and after he sign it, everything's fine, and we will generate another payments. So here, I would like to now present to you how easily you can connect after you will sign up and you will have an account. You will go to your profile, and there is an integration where you can click easily onto authorize a BookingSync. You will authorize it. You will connect your account and credentials, and you will just easily click here and choose what apartments you want to import or not. I will click that I want to import only these two, for instance, because this one will be separated just for the short term, and then just click to run import, and then it's importing. It takes like 30 seconds or to 1 minute when the import will be finished. So now I'm importing all of the data you have in your BookingSync account to this Flatio account, and then everything is synchronized, and you can now wait for the new tenants. About the notification of new reservation, you will get it to your email and to your app, but at this moment you will have to go to Flatio account to accept or decline your reservation. And but I think very in near future you can expect that you can do everything from your BookingSync software. So now I'll wait. After it will finish the importing part, I will refresh it. Yeah, so it takes some time. So I think that's it from my side. If you have any question about how it works, what type of tenants we have, how to set a proper price, because I think this is the main important part, to analyze how much expenses you will save, and to calculate what is the optimum price between short-term and mid-term. I recommend to our landlords to cut around 20-25%, because you save a lot of expenses, and our tenants are very sensitive to the price. And but of course, in comparison, for instance, with long-term rentals, then the rentals could be, the midterm rentals could be like 25% more expensive than long-term. So we are between short-term and long-term, and this is where the price should be. So this is it from my side. Hopefully you like that. And now, if you have a question, go ahead.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Radim, for the clear explanations and to introduce us the platform. Maybe just one more word on the integration. So it's the integration you did to BookingSync is amazing, because it's super easy for property managers to just connect and actually to import their properties in just one click to Flatio. The bookings, existing bookings on BookingSync will also be imported into Flatio. So yeah, it's really just one click. There is just maybe about the rates. So we still advise you to manage your rates on Flatio directly. But this might also change soon thanks to using the midterm pricing tool that we recently launched on BookingSync. But yeah, for now we do advise to manage pricing on Flatio. And since Flatio is managing the payments as well as the lease agreements, you might update a bit your notifications on your BookingSync account, since, as you know, there will be notifications automatically sent from BookingSync if the payment is not made. And so actually you need to record manually the payments received from Flatio on BookingSync. So you may have to disable these notifications on BookingSync. So just for you to know, all these maybe particularities or information are available on the BookingSync user manual. So we explained all the steps quite straightforward. So yeah, feel free to have a look at the BookingSync manual, which will guide you through this process on how to handle your bookings with Flatio.
Yeah.
Perfect. Maybe you wanted to show how the lease agreement.
Yeah, I'm just presenting, that you can easily look at the lease agreement and all the, identity card and other stuff. So it's really, really easy. I was also presenting where you can find in the property section the rental prices and duration.
Perfect, yeah.
You can set the base price here, but you can also set a price according to the length. So here you can set the discounts based on the length of the reservation. So there you can very easily set it.
Exactly. Perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna unmute the microphone of the participants. If there are any questions that you would like to ask, feel free to ask them now.
On my side, everything clear, pretty straightforward.
Great.
Yep, thank you for the presentation.
Yeah, very good. And how many apartments you have in your portfolio, if I can ask?
Oh, I don't know about the right number.
Okay. So it's like tens, I suppose.
Sorry?
It's like tens of apartments, or you have,
It's Kata from our team, Radim.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah.
No problem.
Oh, good.
So I think I unmuted. I'm not sure if it worked well. So please feel free to write in the chat if you have any issue to talk or to activate the microphone.
Of course, we have support. So if you have, the questions already from BookingSync, send you an email where you can also directly send us an email or to call us, and we can go together in your concrete specific case, how to integrate, how to set up the price for your concrete city, because it depends, of course, on the city, on the location. Our tenants tend to be around, not in the city center, but very close to it. Usually the apartment should be very accessible to public transport, and then it's perfect. I recommend property managers who have a portfolio of apartments in a city center to keep it in the short term, where you probably will get a better yield. But for the apartments which are far from the downtown, these are the better, because then you can set a better price, and which then will be more affordable for midterm tenants. And so if I can talk a little bit about this, then this would be my recommendation. And of course, it's I suppose you want to maximize your yield from the renting, and the best is to combine short-term, mid-term. Some of the apartments would be good to keep on short-term. Some of the apartments put it to to midterm, and some of it, combine it together, short-term, midterm, and depends on the reservations. But as I mentioned in the presentation, it's very difficult to reserve on short-term platforms the reservation for 3 months, because you have some weekends which are blocked. And this is why I recommend to put some of the apartments just on the midterm to allow these longer reservation, so as the tenants would have their a place to reserve for that 3 months. Because this is why then on shorter platform, getting your messages and asking you if there is a possibility to rent it through you for a longer period than just for 1 week and so on. So this would be my recommendation, to get it the best deal from the renting, to combine it. Of course, you have some staff, you have some fixed expenses, but still, as I mentioned on the start, you can, if you will now focus just on the midterm rents, you can save a lot of expenses, and it could be your new way how to go with your renting. So we will also partner in every market with some bigger partners who can give us a bigger traffic, because mainly from long-term, standardized website, because they don't have the reservation system and other payment stuff I presented. But altogether, we can bring you a lot of tenants, and with our technology, it could be a great synergies for you. And with the combination of BookingSync, Flatio, and other partners, then you will have access to all of the markets, from short term to long term.
Perfect. Yeah, that was one of the questions I wanted to raise, because as you know, most of our clients are doing short term. So I was like wondering what would be your best advices on how to manage midterm rentals versus or in addition to short term. But I think you replied to it, so it's amazing. We have 2 comments in the chat, Radim. So one is, the presentation was great. I don't have any questions. So I think it was quite straightforward. So thank you. And there is also a question from Julien, who asked if when will you open in new cities in France? Maybe if you can remind us your strong markets, and also the ones that you want to launch soon.
Yeah, of course, our strong markets are in Central Europe at this moment, but we are now expanding in West European countries like France, Spain, Portugal, and United Kingdom. In France, you can look forward to Paris, Lyon, and the biggest cities in France. Of course, in Portugal, for instance, will be Lisbon. But we will see what will be the interest from the landlords, and according to that, we can send them our demand, because we have worldwide demand all over the world who travel through us, because they like the system we have for them. It's very easy. So now we are just looking for partners who can offer them their affordable apartments to our clients, which would like to travel through us. So and other cities will come very soon. We are open globally to other markets. So don't hesitate if you don't see your city to join your supply, because then we will immediately support you to deliver you the right tenants for you.
Exactly. Yeah, as you said, even if the city is not listed on your website yet, it's a good thing to still submit your listing, and then the team at Flatio will check the request. Yeah.
Yeah, you can be in touch with us, and we will present you how fast you can expect the tenants for a few months. And of course, we have this system I was presenting to you was mainly for midterm, but we have also great SaaS solution software for managing longer term tenants, with other things like repairments, export to accounting, all of the payments, and other features which I haven't presented. but we have, you know, everything prepared for you to save you a lot of time, because, you know, renting is repeating actions. It's still the same, and we have the software to it to manage it very easily.
Awesome. Perfect, Radim. So I think, yeah, you replied the question, so that's amazing. All right, then, yeah, as a conclusion, if you have any questions on the either on Flatio or on the specifically or on the integration, so if you do have any questions about Flatio, feel free to reach out to their team, to their support team, and they will get back to you. If you have any questions about the integration with your BookingSync account, I really invite you to check our manual, which will guide you through all the steps. And of course, if you have also any questions on BookingSync side, feel free to reach out to our customer support. So thanks a lot, Radim, for your time today to share with us your introduction about the platform, and I wish you a lot of success, and thanks also Kata for participating. Yeah, wishing you a great day, and talk to you soon.
Thank you very much, and hopefully you like the presentation, and thank you very much for that. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Radim. Have a good one.
Thank you.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.